Yeah, colleagues. This is a very important visit, Marco Rubio into the Middle East and the attempt of the determination of the destroy the Gaza sector. Certainly, the reason how the Hamas leaders refused out of the lie down the weapon. But the tragedy of the Palestinian Gaza's people living in the Gaza very concerned. But here, this is a very important due to as a feature, maybe the 7th of the October, and the third. Uh, Terrible horror the story of the 7th of October. Nevertheless, um, uh, in oh Jesus, in 2 weeks, 3 weeks, very very wet with the fear. So and let's continue. The first certainly we will discuss around the oil and the consumers, products and sales. And those is a very terrible. But near the so you can see just because the play games around the road is very big, and so the where 20 years the dependence of the Russian export and the budget from the carbon sources where is need allegation story and certainly here it's very interesting the play game situation around this story. At first, Ukraine refused to buy from India the gasoil. If you remember, I told about this story how the um, at first Rosneft supplies to the India own plant, oil plant located in India, oil from the Novorossiysk seaport, and then Ukraine and also another European consumers buy the gas oil from this store. But one day, 2 or 3 years ago, was very scandal history how the India put down in own bank system 38 billion US dollars. Due to that problem with the transactions between the India and Russia. So then 24 was a very difficult period for the transaction and need and was a process of the reconstruction financial system, payment system with Russia, and one of the reason was so-called dollarization. And by this is, and certainly those periods Russia had the normal financial payment system between India, Iran, Arabian countries, United Arab Emirates, Qatar, even the less degree the Saudi Arabia and China, and so yeah, and North Korea. And right now, but North Korea no problem. Russia pay with the oil and without problem. And those period India stop in the old bank system, 38 billion euros. This is a story, and mm, even Sergei Lavrov confirmed this story, and Russia government for the avoid of scandal and the stop generally um, Russia, India, Mumbai oil. Um, Forget about 38 billion euros in the EU. But right now, it's totally the India take take Russian oil for with a big discount, 710 billion, 710 dollars for the bar. And but certainly that. Um, and right now, for the policy, had a special statement of Narendra Modi. And certainly, this is a story have connection how the U.S. President Donald Trump before the to take his seat in the board number one for the London destination. London destination had a statement um, about demand of the European Union to generally stop buy Russian oil. And here, this is a very important. This is a special statement. How the European Union have collaboration with the U.S. government about the termination to buy Russian carbons by the import. Um, what yesterday, if you remember, European Union since the morning sent information how the 19th package of sanctions almost forget. But today, from 1 million, have a special section about cryptocurrency, oil, and bank system against sanctions. So the Brussels have him how the cooperation under the leadership of Washington DC about the oil termination and carbon termination from Russia. So this is, but here this is the one side. Another side for the Ilinka. Ilinka must be calculate how the um, Russian budget allows this is income the next year, but it's very simple. But if will small mm, small leak of these sanctions, 19,000 and previously, so this is will be additional income revenue for the budget to be additional balsam reserve money for the treasures. And certainly uh, another story for the Russian analytics, Kremlin's analytics must be calculate how the anti-cartel war, anti-drugs war of the United States and the US Navy against the regime of Maduro. Certainly, Maduro have to do publicity as a defender of the Venezuelan Bolivarian revolution, etc. But mm, here, maybe story, and it's very interesting how the United States with the determined conditions made to the lifting cancel some sanctions for the oil supplies into the world market with certain cooperation with Exxon, Chevron, and Konica. And so it will be uh, and nobody adapt the oil prices by a double it just will be between 50 60 dollars per pound and certainly the Russian oil was more cheaper and Russian budget will be exist only for the tax for the oil company Lukoil or those Rosneft so Tatneft and so that this is a real story how the Donald Trump real earned any patent for the carbon and also the Russian. So thank you. See you later. Bye bye.